Hello, everybody. Welcome. Today is the last day of July, and we'll soon be heading into August. And so, for the past few days, and for the next, let's call it 14 more days, I'll be recording this in the morning or sometime during the day. But it's a way to really set the intention for how the day will go and the specialness of it. And it comes from a compilation of books by the author Maxwell Maltz. And then this one is called Live and Be Free Through Psycho-Cybernetics. And so I don't know what day it is already today, but it's been quite a few. But what it says is, begin each day in a new and better way by reciting the following. This is the beginning of a new day. I have been given this day to use as I will. What I do today is important because I am exchanging a new day of my life for it. When tomorrow comes, this day will be gone forever, leaving in its place whatever I have traded for. I will pledge to myself that it shall be for gain, good, and success, in order that I shall not regret the price I paid for this day. I will pledge to myself that it shall be for gain, good, and success, in order that I do not regret the price I paid for this day. So far, it's been very fulfilling, and just cluing into that which I have decided to focus on. Back to the passage. My thinking and my attitudes are calm and cheerful. I act and feel friendly towards other people. I am tolerant of other people, their shortcomings and mistakes, and I view their actions with the most favorable understanding possible. I am tolerant of other people, their shortcomings and mistakes, and I view their actions with the most favorable understanding possible. To me, in practice, that means harnessing the energy from the ground below, bringing that up to my sit bone, my root chakra. And while I do that, it's also a great time to reflect on my posture, whether I'm crouched or hunched, or perhaps I'm fully grounded into the earth and feeling strong and true. I act as though attainment of my goals is sure to happen. I am the kind of individual I aspire to be, and everything I do and the way I feel expresses this individuality. I will not allow my judgment or attitude to be affected by negativism or pessimism. I try to smile as often as possible, at least several times a day, even better if it's a laugh. I respond in a calm and intelligent manner without alarm, no matter what the situation. And if I cannot control a situation, I always try to react in a positive manner, even to negative facts. I know that if I apply myself to forming habits to enable me to act in the above manner, it will have a positive influence on my self-image in a most constructive way. By making these actions a part of my life, I will notice a definite growth in my self-confidence. So that's the passage for this day. And in fact, I'm almost finishing this book, and I'm in the last chapter. And there are a bunch of different passages that the author has compiled and put together that I think bring together a sense of values, brings together a sense of olden times, and also can share with us a little bit more about maybe some guidance on how we can think and how we can act and how we can be. Personally, I find these days there's just a lot that we aren't fully holding. And so, for example, this chapter is called, this chapter has a ton of, it's called Exercises and Techniques. So this is the first I'm reading of this chapter live on the stream. Let's see. Beautiful. Let's see. Okay. This is called In Pursuit of Success. The most useful rules are so deceptively simple as to escape recognition by most people. Heed the following very simple advice. These rules may not be easy to follow, but they are easy to understand. Do one thing at a time. Remember, no man can do more. 2 or 3 things at a time are less than 1 thing at a time. Here mathematics stand confounded, for here always more is less. Number 2, know the problem. Don't waste time trying to find answers to a problem when you don't know the problem. Be sure you have clearly stated the problem first. 3, learn to listen and listen to learn. Open your ears before you open your mouth. It may open your eyes. 4, learn to ask questions. The ability to ask questions made Socrates a wise man. Make it a point to ask questions, if only to double-check your position. 5, distinguish sense from nonsense, and be brief. Be not among those who expound brilliantly on trivial matters. Be known for your succinct clarity and not the gift of gab. 6, accept change as inevitable. Heraclitus said that no man can step in the same river twice. Not only does the river change, but the man himself changes as well. Beware of the pat solution. Everything can be approved and improved. Admit your mistakes. Avoid the great temptation to rationalize your mistakes. Do not be afraid of making mistakes. 8, be simple. If a child can understand, then so can an adult. 9, be calm. Sound judgment is likely to thrive in a contemplative atmosphere than in a hurricane. 10, and this is the last one, smile. A man with no humor can never have the warmth and personality of a great leader. So that's today's beginning of the day. Today is a new day, and everything that I do will be in purpose of the higher good. And I've read a little bit from that last chapter of exercises and things to share. Tomorrow will be another new day, and I'll share a little bit more. Thanks so much for tuning in to this live stream. Philip Chen, over and out.